Hello and welcome. It's me again, Chrono JJ, with more Age Mythology, more Athenian League action. It's another semifinals down in the classical tier of the Athenian League, and we are up against. I'm not up against. It's Tonio is up against m4rKy in the second round or semifinals. We've got a quick little player card here. Tonio was first place in the Ajax division, got a bye. m4rKy placed third and then defeated Thora 3-0 in the quarterfinals. So m4rKy coming in hot in this round here. Tonio, there's so many Tonios or players who have Tonio in their name in Retold. I couldn't actually figure out what his average and high rating were. I couldn't find his player card anymore. So I don't know, but he finished first, 8-4 record. So not untouchable though. So certainly m4rKy has a chance here. One downside as we go into this series is that game one, always brought to you on the unknown, has a bugged recorded game. So I can't watch it. I do know that Tonio won game number one, so we have him with a score of one already to begin this stream, which is a little sad, but hopefully it won't be a 3-0 sweep. Otherwise, we'll be two games and done here. So we will just jump right into game number two between Tonio and m4rKy. And it is on Highland, of all things. And why is this little thing up? Put it down. So Highland. m4rKy has picked Highland with set. So got a little bit of a plan here. Looks like he wants to take control of the middle and maybe not let the opponent Tonio make a dock at all. Seems like he sent a second build down just to prevent that from happening, and maybe realized that Tonio wasn't sending one forward, and so is just going to happily fish on his own. And this is probably a mistake. He should at least try to build a dock, I think, here. He should be able to put one up. But yeah, not m4rKy. He's an old player. We kind of touched on him a little bit in his first round. Played Age of Mythology a long time ago, 20 plus years ago. I remember seeing m4rKy around. Was a solid player back in the day. Now, 20 years removed from Age of Mythology, a different player, an older player. Probably still just as wise, if not maybe wiser. But certainly wouldn't be, at the top of your leaderboards anymore, kind of like he used to be back in the day. And we have Pandora's Box as our first relic that we see. So Ranos versus Set. And a Ranos that also isn't grabbing any fish. I would question the decision. And also question the chance that gives Tonio at winning this game. We spent a little bit of time of talking about so far in these playoffs that sometimes decisions players make at the very beginning. I just can't get comfortable, but at the very beginning of the game, kind of dictate whether or not they can even win in the match or in the game. So, not going with any water is a significant disadvantage here. Unless he's got a plan to do something awesome right away in the classical age, which looks like it's maybe what he's doing, or maybe he's just coming over here to build a something. It's a long way to walk to go over here to build a something. Double military barracks. You gotta probably trying to avoid any line of sight. Or, I don't know. The villager is off for a walk. Building a forward sky passage. I mean, that's great and all. But when you're gonna have to do a ton of damage early to keep up with the fish. Got our first monument. That's a little bit slow of a monument. You'd certainly like to have one up before now. And double barracks and Anubis. We've got the first Promethean walking forward. Oh, just pick off a villager there, though. So not a bad idea. I don't know why the villager would have been down there to begin with, but gets a villager kill. I don't know if I was able to catch any of Tonio's games during the regular season, so not familiar with Tonio. I don't know anything about Tonio other than Tonio signed up to play in this the Athenian League, so and has done well for himself. I'll use that as just a generic, definition. Getting a pig. Oh, here comes the axeman, though. You can't fight the axeman. Double Murmillo here probably isn't what we need. Yeah, looking for food. I mean, double Murmillo would make a little bit more sense if we had like fishing. And now this sky passage is just going to be destroyed in this villager that took a very roundabout walk across the map. Maybe wasted her trip. Well, the Prometheans are staving off the initial assault here, but then, okay. But I don't know how long they can hold this when m4rKy's got poor Atlantean Oracle. Yeah, m4rKy's got all this fishing, so just a bit unusual. I'd like to, when the game's done, is just compare resources gathered. Very peaceful. The middle here, the middle river. And yeah, we're just, if you're a m4rKy fan, you're really happy about what's going on in this game. Because Tonio is way behind already. You know what? I need to change. Let's see what's going on over here. Well, the sky passage is going to be destroyed. I need to change this blanket for some reason. It's not giving me the heat that I need. There we go. Get it all. Man, being defeated by my own blanket. Getting old. Getting old. And we've kind of, in the game here, just kind of settled into not a whole lot of action. Looks like Tonio's going to jump up to heroic age, but I mean, he's going to be slower than m4rKy is, with fewer villagers and fewer military, and to go along with his fewer and fewer chances at winning this game. Ranged soldiers over here do a little bit more damage. But we gotta be careful about these villagers. There's no sky passage over here. I mean, X-Men are slow, but this will force all the villagers idle. Just shockwave. Alright, yeah, there we go. The one gets shocked forward, the other's the other way. And these citizens will all run away, but I mean, still a lot of idle time here. Jumping in, probably go to the berries. Watch out. Towers all shooting at these axemen. Aged up with ancestors. So we got ancestors, we got serpents, we got axemen, we got an Anubite. Sees these units, so nah, the angle not quite there. But they get him on the way out. Yeah, they still do. He's just getting snared just a bit too much. Hyperion. So we do have a chaos, which will be nice with all of the axemen. They'll get chaos and just turn on each other and all kill each other. Hopefully. For Tonio. And also switching to a ton of medium Cantaria. 65 food, 40 gold. Pretty cheap for what they offer. We're out of gold, so we will move to the side gold mine here. Which got the Promethean sitting and ready to go. I work nights, so I stay up at night. On my nights off. Will this Promethean kill 2 villagers? Yeah, totally worth. However, did not get super great sleep today, so I'm running low on energy. Should do some jumping jacks or something. Nice to send these Cantarius forward for a bit of a raid. We do have a chaos used that'll clear out. Yeah, this is a good chaos. The Axemen get obliterated, the Scorpion Man is destroyed, and this whole army is going to get demolished courtesy of chaos. And these are the kind of fights that Tonio needs to take. He needs to take a lot of these and just push the villagers off. Well, I switch every 4 months, so probably the last time you saw me was when I was on one of my other night shift shenanigans. Because I switched in January, and we'll switch back in May. So we'll be on days for the summer, which is really good, because last year I was on nights for the summer, and that stinks a little bit. I like to do things. So yeah, this pressure here is exactly what the doctor ordered for Tonio. He just has to keep this up for still an extended time period because he's still way behind. I mean, he basically killed an entire little army for free. Did kill a few villagers. Do the fishing ships have their upgrade? Yeah, there's going to be kind of a question of what do these villagers do once this food's over? Because there's nothing more up here for them to eat. Build the manor. Now what? Now where do you send these guys? Kind of a waste to send all of them forward like this when you've got chickens in your base still. Like, keep half of them in your base, the other half go forward. And now you've kind of got this awkward moment where they were forward or sent forward, and now I've got to run all the way back. Like this oracle in this manner just is hiding. Now the camels are out. We do have heavy Cantarius. These things have good stats. But I hope you're doing well, Richard Christensen. I'm doing well. Just busy. Busy with work, busy with kids. I get a little bit of a reprieve, of course, at nights, but lately some of the kids have been a little bit not feeling well, so they've actually been waking up at night. So I've got the littlest one on the monitor over here, but he's sleeping soundly right now. So that's good. Do we have enough for another chaos? No. And the problem is he's got three oracles, but one of them is in this manner, so we're not generating any favor. And right now Tonio's a little bit scared to get across the water here. Heavy warships, interesting. I don't see that one too often. And M4rKy, I think, has Spread mostly across the water. Would like to put up another, build another dock over here. But yeah, wants to just warship across the middle of the map to secure it. He's got this really long wall to prevent. I think the Contarius is coming forward to kind of check out and see what's going on. But m4rKy kind of just wants to turtle up and turn this into a long game. You know, I never really noticed. Did the Leviathan have arms in Legacy? I kind of never noticed that. Maybe they just weren't as pronounced. But yeah, he's definitely got some arms. Contarius sliding over here. Did m4rKy see? There's not a whole lot to hit on this side, though. I guess they could wrap around and get over here. But where are these? Where are these Contarius? Well, they're kind of getting slowed down by this random Promethean. Yeah, he's checking the berries. Sees just a few villagers. Do pro players use myth units less? No, probably not. Myth units across the board are pretty good now. All right, see you, Richard. See, good luck with your grad school. Been a long time. How long has it been since I've been in school? 15 years, I think. It's a long time. So yeah, these players aren't pro. These are 13 to 1400 level players, if you're wondering. In this the third tier of the Athenian League. So you know, these are the kind of players that they kind of know what to do, but just the execution just generally isn't there, or isn't there quite as good as it should be. You can see Tonio trying to hit some raids. You know, knows this is all here, but what can he really do when he's got these camels chasing him? And eventually, I mean, these Contarius are just all trapped now. They're going to die for some very little value. And the rest of this army would be led by the hero. Just kind of sitting back, and for some reason, Tonio just decided in this map that water is not important, and just gave the water over without so much as a thought. Didn't even build a dock, and you really can't do that. Not recommended. So yeah, kind of a bit of a slow game here because, I mean, really m4rKy benefits from just sitting back because he's just so far ahead. There's no point right now for him to like risk going forward and losing another army like he already did. So yeah, he's wisely just waiting, getting his techs. Looks like he's aging up via Horus. Try to get a nice tornado down on an army, and Tonio, meanwhile, he's got Kate queued up, ready to go, just needs a little bit more gold, and there we go. Now he is aging up as well. And yeah, we have a very, very passive game right now. Most excitement we've got in a while is the Promethean Camel duel here in the left side of the map. Highland of all maps doesn't have a ton of gold mines, so you can kind of see, you know, it get pretty hairy as the gold starts running out. You know, players that conserve their gold a little bit better generally do better here. And here comes a really heavy aggression. We still have Ancestors and Plague of Serpents. I'm not sure why m4rKy would be so afraid right now. There is Chaos, then an Ancestors, and m4rKy, just the numbers are just way up there. And should win this fight no problem, and this should just catapult him to a win in this game. I mean, he's just so far. And then we have a tornado on the rest of the army. Kind of a bit of a whiff of a tornado. They'll slowly finish off some units. Maybe don't want to run your units in. I guess they don't... Your units don't really take any damage, do they? That's a little bit disappointing. And another fight. Like, you would have liked to have saved Tornado for, like, back here. And now here come the snakes. And here comes the resignation. And just like that, a lot of nothing going on for a very long time there. And then suddenly m4rKy just presses the advantage, presses the attack. And we have the series tied 1-1. So we kind of have converted this best of 5 into a best of 3 now. And let's take a look at the resources. Just see how much... Yeah, I mean, just how much this put Tonio behind. I mean, he's playing an Egyptian, so he should be ahead in resources anyway. And by the four-minute mark, it's falling behind in resources, and that's just not good. It's hard to recover from that. So really, that's kind of the story of the tape here, if you will, is just not going water is just one of those decisions that just kind of doomed Tonio to a loss. And I mean, outside of miraculous outplay, it was just going to be a loss. Move on to game 3, which will be on... Ooh, a green looking map here. Is this Elysium? Looks like Elysium. Looks like Loki is on our left, being played by Tonio. And on our right, m4rKy, playing another Egyptian, is playing Isis this time. So Isis versus Loki on... It is Elysium, right? Yes, it is Elysium. My favorite civ in the game is I really enjoy some Poseidon. I go heavy on the Hippocon every game with Poseidon. And we either raid the opponent to death, or we don't and probably lose because the rating didn't work. But I have some pretty good success with Poseidon. The rest of my gods are so-so. Some a little more so-so than others, some a little less so. But we have fun. So yeah, I've got pretty solid with Poseidon, and the rest are varying levels of mediocre. But yeah, I love the rating. Rating is fun. I'm not a player who is suited for defensive macro style games. I'm sloppy with my macro, my economy anyway. So there's no point trying to get more economy because that's just not it just doesn't go to my style. So if I'm going to be sloppy, the best way for me to win is to make my opponent sloppy as well, which means I play super aggressive. But enough about me. I am not the one playing in the semifinals here. It's Tonio and m4rKy. A little bit of back and forth. Tonio wins game 1. m4rKy wins game 2. Now we move to game 3. Take a look at our relics. The Osberg wagon. Caravans are cheaper and faster. Probably won't see that be in use this game. And then another one is myth units are more resistant to pierce damage, which against the Loki maybe isn't the most important thing either. Probably not going to see too many pierce armor heroes unless they go to the Goaty later on in the heroic age. And we have just some obelisks up around the edge of the map. And what do you do is Isis here? Just try to do your standard fast heroic? Oh, he's my number 2 fan, Golden Axe. You're my number 1. Let's be real. Big heart for you. Big heart for you, and you got a big one for me too. I need to set the my pad up. My pad is another blanket that fell off my chair. This has been a disaster of a chair day. So let me get this resettled here on my chair. There we go. And what do we got going on? We've got a troll. Tossing rocks at the obelisk. And a 451 age up. Got some raiding cavalry we see in the queue for the Loki player. Golden Axe, been a while since I've seen you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Your clanmate Valit, he won the Athenian League Season 1, but he didn't sign up for Season 2. Was he kind of like a one and done? He knew you'd kind of reached the peak of his Age of Mythology career, so retired from tournament play. We see our Sphinx trying to come in. A little bit dangerous to come in against a Loki before you get your speed upgrades. These dudes just standing by, waiting to attack. See the houses. Sees the villager trying to build the house wall, and all the rest of them on the berries. A few axemen in defense. We'll hack away at the axemen. Magnus Barefeet takes a little bit of damage. And Olafur the Red. You know, these are different names than Legacy, aren't they? I don't think you could have a Magnus Barefeet or an Olafur the Red. In fact, this is all different. You know, I'm not a fan. I don't know if you're going to get the crazy combinations that you did in the last game with how in Legacy with how the Loki names were, or the Hersier names were created. Because basically they had 3 different parts of their name. They would have a first name, and then like just a noun, which would be anything, and then what was it, a participle? So you could have like Magnus Valkyrie Kisser or something like that. And now it looks like it's just a full last name, like Budli Hunikanen Gutcher. You know, that's not as entertaining. What do you got over here? Spearman, Axeman. Loki player is ahead in military, but we'll see. Ooh, he's nothing at home, and the Sphinx comes running in. Sphinx will probably pick off this villager. You always got to leave a Hersier. There he is. Harold Fairhair was not in position. He was questioning, maybe trying to go to the Great Hall for a name change. Not liking Harold. Harold Fairhair. Wasn't appreciating that name, huh? And what is M4rKy gonna do? M4rKy floating some resources, kind of like he's wanting to age up. Sees these units coming up here. Probably can take this fight right now. Get the Axemen on the... yeah, this is not a great fight for Tonio here. And M4rKy gets a nice little early aggression. Or I guess not really aggression, but defense and chases. The question is it going to be worth chasing? But we'll pick off and get some hit points off the throwing Axemen, then wisely, not knowing what lurks in the shadows, falls back. And probably a good idea, because now there's all of a sudden a whole bunch of throwing Axemen going through. And the raiding cavalry come out for a little bit of a raid, but they will be spotted, I think, by our obelisk here. Nice little walls around the base. Kind of well secured. Yeah, trying to age up. This is a pretty solid age up time for the military that he's got. Villagers a little bit confused staring at this one chicken. Need to kind of sort that out a little bit. Now they're all on a break. M4rKy looking like me here. Distracted by the raid. It's only 13. There we go. Where's he going? Oh, all the way up here. A bit risky to go this far out before having Ancestors and Eclipse ready. Now, for some reason, Tonio is just hanging on to the spy. Apparently has no plans on using it. Quite the army. I mean, if he knew he could attack right now and do quite a bit of damage on this. And this is where having a spy would have been pretty helpful, because if he spied the army, he would see all of this and be able to know, hey, take a fight here. I could kind of, impede this gold mining operation. And you really want to, because you'd like to have the ISIS have to blow Ancestor's Eclipse while building this monument, but being way out of position and not knowing what's going on, it's just happy to sit back in the base here, and we need to switch our sides of the scoreboard so it makes more sense. And now it does send in this one Herseer and realizes, this is what we got over here. Now, m4rKy, if he is wise, will put up some walls here, and maybe even here, like straight in front of the Migdol. I've always been a fan of that, putting a gate wall like along your Migdol, so it's just easy to come in and out. Tonio has kind of taken control of this part of the map, but there's nothing going on over here. So m4rKy's pretty happy to be over on this side, getting the siege works up, getting villagers on the hunt. A few chariots. I don't know if chariots are necessarily the unit to make here. Yeah, I'd almost just be tempted just to go pure camel, because there's really nothing that counters the camel. And now we'll come straight into the base. Kills a villager. The rest hide, and yeah, the chariots are just going to get picked off. I'd rather see camels. Need to be careful. There's quite a few throwing axemen here, and right now the slingers aren't microed onto the throwing axemen, nor the priests onto the. And there is Ancestor's Eclipse. Had to be used in defense anyway. Should clean up this army. I know m4rKy was kind of hoping to not have to use Ancestor's Eclipse, but gets it. Cleans up the army, but now you have a flaming weapons that can be used, and m4rKy needs to just send these guys forward here quick. He's got 30 seconds left on these dudes. Just send them forward. Probably right here would be the place to check. But yeah, it's not the place to check. It's actually right in the middle. Like, he could come and run and sit right on this center gold mine here. And hey, he's coming right there. So we'll get a little more value out of his ancestors here. Chase him away. A little bit caught out. Don't get your scorpion men dead by the Herseer. Oh, this is kind of a bad back end of this. Oh, loses his upgraded scorpion man. But chases these villagers all the way into the gold mine. And a very sudden resignation from Tonio, who just didn't have it this game. Wow, m4rKy up 2-1 against Tonio here. Did end up losing his army and pushed off of gold with axemen sitting down here. And yet Tonio just kind of missed the timing. Could have attacked here and probably forced out a defensive eclipse and then just fell back and not fought. Instead, he chose to fight Ancestor's Eclipse and just lost everything. And a very sudden end to the game here, where yeah, m4rKy just pulled quite a bit ahead. Age up, military up. Really nice kill death ratio. So well done to m4rKy. He goes up 2-1 here. He's on match point against Tonio. If we click on our little scoreboard here, so m4rKy's won with Isis and Set. The question is, does m4rKy have a third god to win with? Because you can't repeat gods, and like so far in the regular season, really didn't have a third god. 1-3 with Loki, 0-1 with Kronos, maybe something else, I don't know. Might try some Kronos, I'm not sure. Tonio, I'm not sure what game he won with in game one, but still has his Aranos. as well to fall back on. So it's going to be tough here for m4rKy going to his third best god, but has 2 shots at it as we move to game 4. Looks like it's on probably Ghost Lake here. And yeah, we've got an Aranos versus Shenong. All right, nice to see some Chinese in these games here. That's cool to see. I think he's supposed to be on wood. Surely he's supposed to be on wood. There he goes. I'm not sure why this silo was built so far away from the tree line here. But you get your Aurochs here. Oh, don't lose your... That's a lot of hit points lost on the Pioneer, which you don't want to see. So yeah, naturally this being a very, a very new matchup, I really don't know who's favored or not favored. Why is he going to a goat? Looks like he's wanting to rush an age up. I mean, really, the resources from the goat, you might as well just not. Let's not say you didn't. I'm not a big fan of these silo placements here. Just a little bit of walking time for everything. Lots of wood being gathered here. I don't know if he's trying to go for some early aggression or what the plan is with all this wood. Meanwhile, we've got Prometheus for Tonio. So we will see what we've got. I'd kind of like to see another one of these guys get made. You could get some damage in with these against Aranos early. Got a couple farms. So normally, as Shenong, you would want to put your farms up right away. The proper build, it seems to be, is to farm with your immediate first 2 villagers. And yeah, we do have a second Yazi coming forward. Not a lot of hit points, but a lot of attack. They're scary units. Just got to be careful that you don't lose them by getting them stuck. And we'll get the Valor used on a citizen, which is okay because that means there's no Valor on an early military unit. And he is searching for more. Come up here. Wait, did the yacht? Oh, the Yahtzee's over here. So nice early pressure here on the citizens. Taking good care of the Yazi. What is this relic you really wanted to get? Ranged units are cheaper. Found a lot of goats over here. Would like to get all of them sent back home. Prevent the opponent. Looking for oracles. I would guess Tonio has an oracle down here. The fact that there are some goats coming this way should tell m4rKy that there is an oracle. And yes, we have an oracle here. If he notices. Yeah, he does. We'll kill an oracle. Oh, no. Valor on an oracle. Should send this guy back. He'll heal in Shenong's favored land, correct? Where's that Fuzi that gets that ability? I think it's Shenong. So I would send this little bugger back. Polar bear is not happy. Yeah, we'll heal on favored land. It heals quite quickly, actually. But a little slow in getting other military out. In fact, don't even have another military building and needs to... Ooh, didn't quite lose a villager, though. Why do we have a market here? Oh, wow, he has another myth unit. Oh, this one's stuck. You can phase him out if phase gets back up, but no. It's too bad about these stupid Yazis. They're so good, but then they're so bad because of that. almost looks like M4rKy's trying to go for like a pretty greedy semi-fast heroic here. Yeah, he's got to watch out. There he goes. Get him out now. Run, 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 run. You don't want to lose him to the fast hero here. Tonio's doing a good job of keeping his units alive. And just run them back. But he doesn't have any military unit buildings. And with this gold mine forward, I'm a little worried about what M4rKy's got going on here. Because the Pioneers get countered by the Toxotes. Or by the Arcus. Yeah, he's definitely trying to age up here, but this would not be the play on a 1 gold mine forward. Terma, yes! I know I said Toxotes, Raptor. You shut your mouth. Lose. Yeah, 1 more bill. Comes the M4rKy coming down. Yeah, this isn't really even in an army. It's like 5 units. What has Tonio got on the back end of this? He's getting units. He's training, getting ready to press. Yeah, definitely. M4rKy wants to age up here. But I'm not really sure why. Has hit the age up button. This guy looks so awkward. Look at him kneeling to gather the berries. Kind of a cool unit, really. The Kuafu. Yeah, I don't know what the plan is here from M4rKy. It's very strange. Hasn't really spread out the favored land a lot. I don't when I play Chinese, I like to just build everything all over the place and maximize favor. I don't know if you can really sneak it though. Ah, he can't. Tonio's miles ahead of you, Raptor. So he does have the Fave Beasts, which do basically clear out an entire army. So maybe that's just his plan. It's just like to use the Fave Beasts. Gets, you know, the buy who. And now has used Fave Beasts on villagers. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if that's what you want for them, though. Get down here. Oh, you missed him. Yeah, I think you use it on the military instead. Because I don't know how he fights this. I mean, we're still at like a... We finally have a military camp with halberdiers. But these guys just are confused on what to do. I think you used the Fey Beast to clear the units there. And he tried to, he's on that gold mine, but realized that there's a oracle there. Going to the back food here. You see, you'd want to have more than two farms as well. That could almost be worth it in this situation, is to put 2 farms here so that you can invisibly gather from your gold mine. But yeah, the Fade Beast is such a power spike, but when you use it that way. Because yeah, if you put 2 farms here, the villagers can hide on the mine and not even get targeted until the farms are killed. He's got quite the army of myth units here, but nothing to kill the enemy myth unit or the enemy army. Tonio is strangely fallen back for now. There's no room at the end. You really just have to fight this. But there's just no units behind the myth units, so it's literally just myth units that will get slowly taken down by all the heroes. There's just not enough damage. Like, you have some tanky myth units, but no damage beyond it, and this is just a bit of a disaster here. Yeah, you got to see that forward gold mine and just kind of realize that a greedy, semi-fast, fast heroic with no army is a risky business. He's gonna come up here. You will forget about this gold mine and the oracle that's up there. And Tonio looks like, unless there's some sort of amazing comeback here, Tonio's going to take this game. But yeah, I would have just so much preferred to see the beast be used on the army. Just wipe the army. Yeah, there's just way too many units. Yeah, poor M4rKy is blocked gold. And Tonio will get his win on Aranos here momentarily, I think. All these units are stuck on the wood line trying to sell wood for gold. They're being path blocked out of the tower, and lots of dead units. And yeah, I mean, M4rKy can just, or Tonio can just park in the base here and has no problems at all doing it. And that is it. GG. We are tied up 2-2 now. So well done to Tonio. Good pressure. Saw the advantage, or saw the opportunity, and took advantage. And we're going to a game 5 here. Just you age up and don't get any value out of your Fade Beasts, and that'll spell doom for you at Shinong. So, pretty simple, straightforward game. And we will see if game 5, the all-important deciding game 5 to go to the finals in the 3rd tier of the Athenian League. This is M4rKy's home map. And we look to be on Marsh? Marsh. Threw me off seeing berries. I forget that there's berries on Marsh now, so I object to the existence of berries on Marsh. And M4rKy on Marsh is Loki against Tonio's Gaia. What is he looking for? Just scouting to see where stuff is. Would be a very open gold mine if it weren't for this tree line here. You'd almost plant Gaia trees here as well and just kind of fully block this off from any sort of rush. Antonio, of course. Gaia, just we'll do standard Gaia things. Gaia is kind of suffering a little bit right now because the upgrade Bite of the Shark doesn't work in this patch currently, and did block off that edge of the map here. The Bite of the Shark does not. There's no poison damage right now. Poison damage just doesn't work apparently. So that does put a hurting to Gaia in this matchup here because you would normally want Murmillos with that poison damage, but we're not going to see it. And we've got the Berserk pounding away at the Oracle. I don't know why they call it a Berserk. It's clearly an Ulfsark. Chasing it all the way back. So that you don't lose it for no reason, though. And now we've reached the archaic age. We can slow it down and see what we got going on here. Haven't really scouted too many relics. There would be a lot of really good hero relics we could potentially find on a map like Marsh. And we'll spot this Oracle. Yeah, get him. That's important. And there's our longhouse. Has spy on the citizen in the base. Doesn't quite see what's being built. They are right there. Oh, chasing down 2 oracles. That's what the Herseers were looking for. Nice to pick those off. Yeah, Murmillo Terma. Just not having the full strength Bite of the Shark. It's a bit of an issue in this matchup. But we'll see. Tonio coming in as the favorite here. Kind of the number 2 seed, technically. First in his division. Number 2 seed overall. We saw the... well, I guess I shouldn't try to... Just shouldn't spoil. You don't want to... Yeah, don't get pushed off by one hero. I guess there's 3 heroes. That's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, we'll lose the troll. These Caladria, well used, are just so annoying. The heal, the slow, the heal, and onto the berries. And no, 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 no. No, why would you? Why would you do this? This is not the way to win this matchup. Because the problem that we have here is this town center on the very edge of the map does not protect a single thing. Run your vills. Like this, no hunt. No gold. Not even really safe wood, really. Decent number of pigs. So not the end of the world. We'll see how long it takes for Tonio to realize and for Tonio to kind of figure out what am I going to do here now. Because it will take a while for this town center to start paying off, like 5 minutes maybe. So Tonio has a chance, loses the Terma. Yeah, Tonio should suspect with how little aggression he's facing here. But you don't want to go forward as m4rKy. Not yet. Wait to get your military up. Watch out for your throwing axe, man. Well, 1 for 1, not a bad trade. And the Terma forgot to continue to retreat. Picks off another one. Nice Terma getting some nice picks. Tonio's got some good little fundamentals he's showing here. Oh, nice little picks with the Terma there. What you would like to, though, use this opportunity to drag these hippo into like here and kill them. Just give you a little bit more access to just a little more food. Yeah, it's gonna be this gold mine. It's gonna be worrisome. I guess he does have kind of a backup gold mine over there. And now Tonio has realized there is a second town center on the board for m4rKy. So what does he do with that? Does he suddenly decide I'm going to mass up units? Go for an attack on a gold mine? What's his plan? He's gonna check that one. Is he gonna go for a heroic age as well? His Terma are picking some units here. I know, just barely. Just barely gets in. Yeah, I would love to drag these hippo in.
Yo.
Drag him in. Drag him in. Going up Rhea. Could maybe use some raiding cavalry here. Kind of a peaceful little town we've got going on. Alright, looks like he is foregoing the age up. So Tonio's going to be wanting, yeah, maybe to transition to Arcus potentially. Can't chase too far. Yeah, it's going to be all about this gold mine here. And you do have the back one. Terma's taking a look at it. Not a huge fan of how m4rKy has kind of blocked himself off with these walls, or these buildings. You'd kind of like to have a wall here and the ability to slip through this way. And then another wall here, just to kind of waste Tonio's time if he's going to try to hit one side and then hit another side. But this is going to be a tough army for m4rKy to beat. Building a tower. Doesn't have a large army. And I don't think he can hold this position. We've got a Carnivora still. Yeah, he's right on top of the throwing axeman, and this might be the fight that just decides the game here. Because yeah, it's your timing you want to hit. Well, yeah, there's just a few too many units here. And we've got heavy Murmillo in now, and those things are going to tank for days. He really needs to be coming over here and grabbing some resources on that other side. So we'll defend this. A troll right to the face. Boy, you'd like to finish one of those off. Alright, watch out for these Murmillo here, though. Oh, losing lots of villagers on the back end. There's just so little food now that he has access to. You really got to just make a ton of farms. You got 1,331. We have a trader on a troll. And we have no food income right now to support like cursors or anything. And it's looking like that town center is going to be a mistake for m4rKy here. It's just a town center that protects literally nothing. And so you just got to kind of question what was the point of it. Yeah, no heroes. Nothing to deal with this this behemoth right now. no food income. I'd like to maybe kill everything. You could probably have put all your vills out to get on the behemoth. But you're gonna lose a town center here, and you can't afford that. And M4rKy is just, yeah. A nice aggression from Tonio. He kind of recognized what was going on, recognized how he could win, and Tonio takes it. Game 5 goes to Tonio. Tonio takes the series. Well done by him. He played this well. Wasn't sure the age up was really worth it. Probably could have just stayed heroic and just flattened these vills here. But yeah, the rate of value. I mean, yeah, I guess the behemoth takes down the town center. That didn't really matter. It was just really just needed to sit on the gold mine. But yeah, just a strange idea to take this town center when it literally just gives nothing at all, no value to this town center. Like, yeah, if this town center's here and the gold mine's here, okay, but yeah, just no hunt, no gold, and you get a town center for what? I mean, it kind of goes down to just yet again, kind of another game that's just kind of decided early on in this matchup when the decision is to grab a second town center. And if you're looking at the win probability graph, once grabbed second town center hits, the win probability just goes way down. And we get a win here for Tonio. Takes the series, advances to the finals in the lowest to bottom tier. Say though, bottom tier, but first in our hearts are these players in the third tier. So well done, Tonio. Lost on Highland. Wasn't a great map for him. The Highland game fell behind 2-1, but comes back and wins the last 2 games. So back up against the wall when the going gets tough. The tough get going. Tonio, tough Tonio, advances to the finals. So good job by him. The finals probably be getting played this upcoming week, and we will have those finals for you when we get to them. So that'll be it for now. Appreciate everybody watching the 2 semifinals we did. We've got 2 more semifinals to do. We will get them tomorrow night. So thanks for watching. We will catch all of you later. Have a good day. Bye. Oh, we gotta get him his points though. 3-2 to Tonio.